it's as if the negotiation of Nigerian unity is non-negotiable. At the same time, it's like looking as if Nigeria will split because the US government, they are still angry as regards the Tinubu government. At the same time, we've seen Donald Trump earlier today withdraw, the ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mee, and at the same time, it's looking as if the truths that we are finally waiting for will finally become to Nigeria because Ralimon is about to submit his fact and findings as regards when it came to Nigeria. What is your take as regards?
The final report is on Ralimon's table and is about submission. Do you know why? Richard Muir, Muir is a Nigerian, a US ambassador to Nigeria, and Trump is not happy because of this insecurity situation in Nigeria. And the Department of War in the USA, the troops have been awaiting, for this moment. And it has actually escalated. Why? Nigeria is a place of interest now for military operation. United States military operation. Why? Because of the, Boko Haram, Al-Shabaab, ISWAP, Al-Qaeda, and the Mahmouda terrorist platform that have been killing and maiming Christians, beheading people in various urbanities, people of Christian extraction, in various urbanities, communities in the northern Nigeria. So Trump is annoyed that immediately more submit his final report and findings. American military services is going to take place in Nigeria, especially the northern Nigeria, northeast, core north, mid-belt, and the Nigerian border with Republic of Benin. Republic of Benin and Nigeria, they are having border again in Sokoto axis. That very axis, Trump is going to bombard that place and make sure that ASWAP, peace tent, and camps are removed. They should no longer exist there because America is tired of the kind of insecurity, proliferating in Nigeria for how many years now. Richard Muir, the ambassador himself, is risking himself. He doesn't know what he has, where he has found himself in. American embassy in Abuja and in Lagos are not well fortified or protected. They might be coming after him. That's why Trump is hastening up to make sure that the troop, is landed in Nigeria. But it's going to take Nigeria unaware because there's no fixed date. But all I know is that time frame is it, and time is running out. The United States Department of War, they've actually concluded action against Nigeria terrorist groups. I'm telling you that Trump is someone I know that is one of the dogs of war currently in the world. The dogs of war that actually fought, alongside with Israel. All the enemies of state of Israel from 7th October 2023 to date, they suffered great loss because of Trump's synergy collaboration with the state of Israel, pounding Yemen, Iran, Iraq, Syria, everywhere in the Middle East where Israel, is having enemy. Trump actually played important role since his election. On last year, November 2024, he is on it and is doing too well. Nigeria is going to receive part of the serious, heinous, grievous bombardment by American military service. They are coming, and if you ask me, I will tell you that they are here already. And part of what is going on is part of Simon Ekpa release as what Finland has done. Holding on Simon Ekpa wrongly because of false accusation leveled on Ekpa, because Ekpa is fighting for his, Biafran state. America is not happy with that, and they're coming here to actually tell Nigeria that they have gotten it wrong. There was not a place in Finland constitution that Ekpa has committed crime or fraud, financial fraud. They still label against him financial fraud due to the money that Governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba, sent into Biafra donor or donation account in Finland. They actually, roped in Ekpa and began to punish Ekpa illegally. And as I'm talking to you right away, America is working hard to make sure actually that they do the needful. How do I mean it? the American ambassador is being fortified, protected by Donald Trump. That's why he is coming to actually relinquish his pledge of serious bombardment of northern Nigeria. All the Al-Qaeda stricken, camp and the tents in the north have been penciled down. America has actually finalized their own plans, military plan to strike northern Nigeria, and I can see it coming very successful, and there's no doubt about it. It seems as if America is procrastinating. That is dangerously wasting time. No, no. Gumi and his camp of terrorists, they have actually forgotten that America will not give you any sign they are coming to do the needful here, and nobody has actually told the whole world the plan that America has against Nigerian terrorists when they are going to strike. The time frame, I don't know whether you understand what I mean. It's going to happen as an impromptu. It's going to take Nigerian state by sudden, and the terrorists actually will be bewildered. It's coming. And I'm telling you, what will happen in northern Nigeria will be excessively astounding. Yeah.
Okay, but the state of Sokoto is in complete panic because he said Trump want to distort the unity of Nigeria. He said him rolling out this military to the northern part of Nigeria, to the middle belt, will finally distort Nigeria unity. And he said this can happen. Even the Fulani cabals are agree, or others are not angered by this move by Donald Trump.
Listen to me. Fulani oligarchy, Fulani hegemony, Fulani nomads, Fulani wanderers, Fulani Muslim pigs are the problem Nigerian nation. Nigerian state, Nigerian federalism is not functional. Why? Fulani has actually stopped the federalism we actually instituted in this part of the world since 1960, and they thwarted it into quasi-federalism. Fulani man has actually been unleashing Islamic ideology, Arabic system of archaic government in Nigeria since independence. We don't see ourselves as a federal state, rather a religious state that has been under the tutelage of Arabic ideology. That is the handwork of the Fulani Caliphate of Sokoto State. And that's why you are mentioning Sardauna of Sokoto. I'm not happy, because Sardauna of Sokoto is an emperor of terrorism in Africa. If you want to know the capital and headquarters for terrorism in Africa, you go to Caliphate of Sokoto. That is where the palace of Sardauna of Sokoto is situated. Yes, that's why anything that America stands for in America, in Nigeria, sorry, the Fulani oligarchy counters it. They don't like it because it spells doom for Islam. Islam is the reason why people are dying in their large number in Kenya. When Al-Shabaab attacked Kenya from the axis of Somalia, Al-Shabaab is a terrorist organization deep-rooted in Somalia, not from Kenya, but they are the one taking care of Southern Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia, and so on and so forth. The entire Horn of Africa, even Sudan, are under the threat of Al-Shabaab. So what I mean is that Sardauna of Sokoto is not happy with America coming to bombard all the tents, all the camps of Boko Haram, Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and the Islamic State of West African province, that is ISWAP. Sokoto, Sardauna of Sokoto is not happy. Why? He is general overseer of the entire terrorist platform in West Africa. Apart from Timbuktu, Mali, Sokoto is number one. Yeah, Islamist fundamentalists in Algeria, I'm aware. I think FIS or something like that. Then you talk about ISIL and Al-Qaeda group that pitched their tents on the border of Burkina Faso and Niger. American military base that was moved 2 years ago paved the way for this Al-Qaeda group to strike Burkina Faso for good 2 years now, Ibrahim Traore has been battling Al-Qaeda terrorist group because America actually relocated their military base there. See, when it matters most, it was obvious that America fought tooth and nail against the terrorist group Al-Qaeda for how many years without prevailing. And it was obvious that having established or, put a military government in place in Niger, America had no say again. That was why in 2023, America actually took off. Yeah, their military base, remove it in the Republic of Benin and went home. Now, the Mali military head of state, the Guinea-Bissau, the Burkina Faso and Niger military head of state are teaming up to fight Al-Qaeda in the Sahel countries. See, let me tell you, America is doing the needful.
But America declined Sokoto Caliphate, a terrorist platform.
Yes, terrorist Sokoto. Yes, Sokoto Caliphate is the headquarters of terrorism in Africa. I said it repeatedly, with many proofs. Many people have been killed over time in southeastern Nigeria by armed, bloody, dangerous pastoralists. The pastoralists are the herdsmen. The herdsmen are the killer headers. And who are the killer headers? They are from Fulani extraction. Who is Sultan of Sokoto? Sultan of Sokoto is representing, overseeing. He is the general overseer of Sokoto Caliphate under Fulani Caliphate that started in 1804, headed by Ottoman Dan Fodio, the man that was on evangelism of Islamization in Nigeria for how many years? What are we saying? Sultan Sokoto is at least gaining from what terrorist organizations are doing across Nigeria. It was a money-making venture, and they actually are benefiting. The Kanu Emirates, the Fulani Emirates in Sokoto, Caliphate in Sokoto, they are the one benefiting from these bloody platforms. I don't understand. So that's why I see him as an emperor of terrorism in Nigeria, and he is not showing anything like remorse. Southern Sokoto is benefiting from killings by Fulani herders, from Christian genocide that is going on in the Mid-Belt, Plateau State, Benue State, Kogi State, Anambra State, Enugu State, Ebonyi State, and the entire southeastern Nigeria. Southern Sokoto is benefiting because their own utmost aim is to Islamize Igbo land. The entire southeastern Nigeria that started from Taraba, Nasarawa, Plateau State, Niger State, Kogi State, Benue State, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, Anambra State, Imo State, Abia States, Delta State, River State, and so on and so forth. These are places in Nigeria penciled down in 1804 to be overrun by Ottoman Dan Fodio and his jihadist warriors. But they were abruptly halted, intercepted by Ata of Igala, the paramount Oba in Nigeria. He successfully beheaded Ottoman Dan Fodio. Today, the story has been rewritten. Igbo man, Igbo land, southeastern Nigeria is impenetrable. Because why? We are largely Jews. And Islam has collapsed. Okay. They can never come to southeastern
Nigeria. And lastly, quickly, the U.S. intelligence is saying what? It's saying the Igbos and the Middle Beltans and some part of the northern parts on different locations there should be careful as regards traveling this festive period. Will you advise any of family of your friends to travel
as a time of absolute or potential danger? The Fulani headers have actually infiltrated the entire Ore Forest, Sokoto Forest, and the whole Yoruba Highland. This festive period, if you look at what is going on along Ibadan Express, Benin Express, down to Asaba, Delta State, the Fulani headers, they are everywhere. Looking for who to predate on. I don't know what to understand. They swoop on travelers, especially the Igbos, the Edos, and other sisters tribes in southern Nigeria. They use nights to operate. That's why night travel in Nigeria, Lagos to southeastern Nigeria, people should not travel at night. The Fulani killers headers are all over the forest, along Ibadan Express, from Lagos to Benin, from Benin to Onitsha Head Bridge. They are all over the bush, looking around, looking for who to devour. I'm telling you that all the travelers, the Igbos, especially during the festival period, should be very, very careful. And it is on course going, because they have actually infiltrated all our forests in the southeast, all our forests in the middle belt, all our forests in the Niger Delta region.